said you're good at it. Do what you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that I the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can too.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey,
chillin' in the Ville. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't dead mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it in the A-time.
And if you ain't know,
This is how it goes down.
hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on our home team. Ready to put this one in the air. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here on the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Now Young going to move him around. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
It'll be Young again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Hey, Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Look at this defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league is sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Have a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Jack Rat.
And the Lions, 1st down.
And he's going to go down. Safe right around the 17. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
The Young's going to throw for this. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Team 7, visitors 6.
Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Together. And they'll begin by running the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
On the tackle.
60
Tackle back at the 30-yard line.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're 3rd and manageable and back on schedule trying to pick up a 1st down.
Third and 2.
Bronco 80. Go.
He's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
A 7
chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Hurry!
It's a gain of 8. And the
Hurry,
first down.
70.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left in second in a couple. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Ready?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Ready?
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 5 yards.
60
It's now 4th down and 1.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. 26 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Team 14. Visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I mean, look at this defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Ready.
Young. He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
On the set.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
45. Ready.
To the air once more, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Let's go. Ready?
The option to give to Taylor here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Out of the gun, it's Young.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Green.
He's got room to roam. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run with Robinson.
And they'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat our blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
70. Riggs, coming, I'm coming. Go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Full connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Team 21, visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
60 by 19, Charger, 19, Ready.
A give to Robinson on the option.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
70.
Back to throw. Green.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Just recovers right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed. He stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Nice little juke. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs. Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
You ready?
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken by his big tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Lions.
Young here, you can see changing the play. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep here for Chase. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, break. Ready. 52, cut.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Young. He'll try and do this himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. I'm glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Young to throw on 4th. Looking deep here for Chase. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
19 Charger. Go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half stew.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Jalen Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. Unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Bronco 80.
And here's Green off the play fake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake. Green. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now Folk for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Our home team 35. Visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
I don't think you want to overthink in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Up in here, I bring down rains so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk. Put him in the shit. You keep off. That you're trying to end up. If I end up bad, I end up. You just soft type. What? Fake up dog type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is the dog. Blood thicker than
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The bigger the slug, the bigger the order, the more what up. And if you get there,
teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second and 6. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. And touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 65 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
You ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly be loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big-time play there on 3rd and 9. Given 42 yards on the ground.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Detroit.
Off the play fake, Young. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
60 red. 60 red.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
32. Ready?
Young to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. Warriors, 70. Ready.
Now Green, off play action. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 53 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Our home team 49, visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ready. 52.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they get him down, but now the field takes it across the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. We'll get this up to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Now a toss left for Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Hawk 70, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Green now, throwing to start the drive. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now they'll shift things around.
To Kyle Pitts.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 22-yard scamper as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Visitors 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
Hurry!
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Will set up for the 2-point.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Our home team 56.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hens team able to secure the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. I mean, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pass here. Down the right sideline. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point open good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the King team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Yellow, 22. Ready?
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that was covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
16-yard line.
A
the middle. Here's Taylor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Shock here for the 7th time in this game. It appears they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hot 70, hot 70. Go quick.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 65 cat.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Football lingo, the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it.
A dive, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dive defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
On the toss, it's Spears.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now.
And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
On the toss, it's Mitchell.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
A gain of 6. And the Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 24-yard gain on the play.
Running straight ahead, Taylor will take it inside the 25. 2nd down and 8.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
3rd down and 13. Hand off to Spears.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long. And the rest of the league take notice.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Come on, set! Cowboy 80! Buffalo 18! Go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that one will drop incomplete. 4 seconds remaining now in this half. Likely time for just one final play.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Turn to 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not